I've had the Dolls Hospital for 28 years. It's been in Dublin since 1938. So it was originally started by a husband and wife, and their name was Noyak, and they closed in 1977. And I, as a doll maker, found there was a gap for repairs and restoration, and I started to do it from home at first, and then I got a small shop, and really it just blossomed from there. My mum brought me a doll from Australia. She went on holiday. She brought me back a porcelain doll. I was an adult obviously at that time, and I just was fascinated with the beauty of it and how it was made, and probably the clothes and everything. And then I went on a doll making course. It just awakened something in me, and I really was hooked from then on. Just all the beautiful faces and the painting and the whole art side of it. And so that I really wanted to make a nice doll for the Irish market, but the dolls I made were going to work out too expensive and I couldn't sell them. So consequently I started to meet people that wanted their dolls repaired, and it just grew from there. Like, I mean, I'd learned the skill of making the dolls, so to repair them wasn't really a problem. We went online probably about 5 years ago, because we incorporated the dolls' houses and miniatures, and really that just grew. There wasn't another Dolls House shop in Ireland anyway, so the three of them went together: the teddy bears, the dolls, and the dolls' houses and the miniatures. So we probably would be the biggest supplier of Dolls House miniatures in Ireland. We have 2,500 items on the website, and we're about to increase it. After the nostalgia and the goodwill that we've had from people over the past 2 weeks, we're seriously looking for a new home, as opposed to just finishing it and doing everything online. And we've had a few calls from people that have said, look, come and see what we have, you know, it may suit you. But obviously it has to kind of suit a museum as well now, because we have been collecting over the years, and so we'd like to find a home for all that stuff. People have actually come from all over the country up to the shop to buy something, and like they're all really saying it's the end of an era, it's so sad. And I did feel sad when we made the decision, but actually I feel devastated now that so many people have so many memories tied up in here. Like, people have come in with their friends and to have photographs taken in the shop before we go, and they've given us stories that we didn't know about, you know, of their childhood and coming to the hospital, because they don't think the old hospital and the new hospital, to them it was the Dolls Hospital, and the shop feels exactly the same as the shop in 1938. The value of the dolls and teddies is irrelevant in my business. The dolls are just much loved. I mean, I had one lady in who we repaired her Crawley doll, which probably isn't very valuable, but like, she came in worried if something happens to it, where will I take it now, you know, who's going to look after it? And I said, well, you should bring her in for a checkup before we go. I'm sure she's going to be fine, you know, and you know, you can ring me. But like, genuinely concerned about these are genuine worries for people. You couldn't contrive it. You know, yesterday the people that were emotionally upset, they were all feeding off each other, and at one stage kind of I looked back and there were so many people upset in the shop. I thought, God, you know, like, what have I done? Like, they were because they were sharing their stories and they were all equally getting upset, you know, and we were having to get tissues for people and everything. I said, this is like not real. It's a different service to what anyone else is doing, but at the end of the day the sentiment won't pay the bills.